Alright, hello guys, I'm going to go ahead and share with you what comes in your kit. This is the 7402-nail kit. This is the sophomore kit that I ordered for students. This is the kit that was 2021-22. There were some things that, because of the pandemic and just kind of in time, there's some things in this kit that have been changed from the actual supply list. Okay, so the reason why I'm wearing gloves is because this is a student's kit that she let me use it to create this video. And I sprayed this down, this cloth down here. It's a new cloth. I washed my hands. I put gloves on because it is not my kit. And so I just want to, sanitation wise, because I am doing this at my house, I just want to make sure I keep everything clean. So for teachers that are watching, if you're interested, I got this from Burmax. I pick from the catalog what it is that I want to come in here according to what I will be teaching and what I need from the students' lessons. And then Lori from Burmax, she creates the kit for me, and this is the number. So should you like this exact one, just tell her this number here, item number, and then she'll take good care of you. You can always change things from there. So it comes bundled like so, and if there's any item that is back ordered, it just will come separately as time comes by. Alright, so I'm going to take items all out of the kit as they come. So students, as you're watching this, and Lily Beth is her name, she's the student that allowed me to use this for the video. So Lily Beth, shout out to you. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Okay, so this kit here will contain everything the student needs as far as this school year. And then just refills, like disposable things, you can just keep adding as you go along. Typically, freshman year, you get an aesthetics kit, and it already comes with a bag that is big enough to where after freshman year, after we do aesthetics, then sophomore year, you can take those things out in that bag. You can put these things in the bag, okay? Last year, because of COVID, we did not order kits. So last year, the students did not get the bag. So this year, they're having to provide their own or purchase their own kit container to bring their stuff to school. Don't make it too big because there's not enough space in the classroom. We have a very small shelf that we use. Besides, you have to haul it around sometimes, and if the bigger it gets, the more you don't like it. Okay, so this here is a work mat. Okay, make sure you put your name not just on the paper like she has done, but put it on the mat, on the actual mat. So here's where we have our different nail shapes, and I'll have a little bit of a glare here, but we have some of the different nail shapes. We'll practice some designs on here, especially the French application to start off. And then this is the DIY palette. We'll be using this a lot for a lot of different things, and we've got some measurements here. So this is the work palette. We usually lay this down and work on top of it a lot of times. So that's what this is. Make sure you put your name. The only bad thing about this is because it is a silicone mat, and it's got measurement ruler on the bottom. We'll be using that as well for when we do nail sizing and such, tip sizing. But it is a silicone. It picks up all the lint. All the lint you can think of, it'll pick it up. So the way to clean this is going to be with rinsing it. Okay, soap and water and rinsing. So this definitely, you have that kit there, okay? Or that item there. The next thing that we have, and we'll open this one up. Some of her things I won't open, but some I will. This is going to be a little bag. So a lot of the times we will not need everything. We just need a few things. So this bag here, it's almost the size of my hand, just for reference. Okay, and I do apologize, I know there's a glare. It's a rectangular thing. It does have a base. It does open up, and it's got a little strap. This bag right here is typically what you will bring your supplies in. And everything that we are working with that week will fit in this bag. So see how small it is? This will definitely fit in on our shelf. Okay, so this is a bag you'll be hauling back and forth when we do projects. So everything should go in here. This right here is your, and I'll take it out of the bag for her. This right here is your appointment book. So I know because of COVID this year we're not really doing appointments, but make sure you put your name on the appointment book here on the top. And then let's say that we have a salon day on Friday. You put Friday's date, and then you're going to we take usually starting at 3 till about 8 p.m. So then let's say that Isabel's going to come in and she wants a manicure. So yeah, at 3 o'clock, you put her name Isabel, and she wants a manicure, and how long is it going to last, so you block your time, which you will be learning how to book appointments in class, so you'll bring this one day in class. You will not need to haul this around or keep this in the classroom yet. Once salon days open up and we start doing that, then yes, you haul this around so that you can book your appointments from your friends and family. And then you turn this in on Thursday or the day before the salon day, and then I put all this information, or have a student or teach a student how to do this, and they put all the bookings in the computer system, so that way you learn how to do paper pencil, but also at one point you will learn how to insert this information into the computer. So this is your appointment book. Okay, you want to make sure to have your name on that, and then again, keep this at home until we start salon days. You will be using this appointment book for all 4 grade levels, just throughout the, I'm sorry, black is like horrible. It's going to get a bunch of like little dusty things on there, so I apologize, but you will be using this for the entirety of your cosmetology career. Okay, so this here, she did put her name on the actual packaging, which is great. Okay, so good for that part of it. But you're going to be taking these out of the packaging. So you actually want to put your name on the physical item. And these are little stands. We're going to put the nail tip here, and we're going to, this is to help when you're practicing and doing some designs, but also too, when you are displaying. So sometimes we're only going to do 5 instead of 5 nails. So you're going to do your design and place them here, and we put them on the window, or we put them on a table to display. So that's what this is for. They do come apart. Okay, they do slide, and you can connect the 2 long pieces together here at the end. But do put your name on both of them. That's what that's for. Okay. Then you have your fingers. So she did give me permission to open her thing. So that when you're thinking, oh my gosh, she's opening everything, she's okay with that. Okay. So you have here, you're going to have 5 fingers. Okay, and each finger comes with little nail tips, which yeah, sure you can use. Okay, it's like 3 little nail tips. Okay. So you can save those, but this particular type of finger has the insert. So the nail actually gets pushed in there. Now, as far as how do you make the nail stay? So because it has the hole, you have the nail well here, the tip is over here. The size of the number tip is on the bottom. So you insert the nail tip in like so, okay? So as far as inserting it, okay, when you're working and polishing it, it will move around and pop off. So here's where you're going to put the sticky tack, or the ticky tack, or people call it a different name. It's putty or whatever. The sticky tack goes here. It's either blue or white. I've seen some yellow ones, and then you just push them in and put a little bead of it right here. You push the nail tip in, and then you press down and really nice and hard, and then it helps it hold the nail, but you're always able to take it off, take the sticky tack off, and then use a finger again instead of gluing it down. That takes forever because it's plastic with plastic, okay? So that is how you apply that. The sticky tack, I listed it on the classroom supply list. Okay, so the sticky tack doesn't come in this kit. You had to buy it. And please remember, do buy it at the dollar store because, you know, it's a dollar store. And it's cheaper than Walmart or whatnot. So you have 5 of those fingers you will be using. That is the same thing as the little display here. You just want to for sure put your name on all of it. And when I say put your name on it, guys, I don't mean like there's a sticker right here, because they're meant for you to be able to put them on a plate or a board or something to like display. We don't ever like do that with this, so this sticker will always be there, but don't put it on the sticker and something that people can take off. Put it on the actual finger, like however you want to do it, but mark it to where you know that that's your finger. These get lost all the time. All right, then we have a little rhinestone kit here. This is not open. The packaging is still wrapped around it, which is good. This here, they do close very well. I've never had a problem with this popping open and then like all the diamonds coming out, you know, for the students. So It does have different colors and different shapes and such, different sizes. So we do use this when we start to learn our gem placement. Okay, so if you want to add to these these little individual containers, if you want to get your own and transfer this to a different container, you are more than welcome to. You also have a little cotton assortment, a little container. Okay, you have cotton swabs, you have cotton pads, you have cotton balls as well, and the cotton swabs are too. Okay, there are different kinds of cotton swabs. I will be giving you some, so then you can also add to here. So anytime you're doing a service, oh, there's tape on the sides. Anytime you're doing a service, you can just pull this out and you can work from here, or you can also, when we're working in class, you have this little container and you're working from here. These are disposables. Don't get rid of the container, but the disposables, as you use them, you'll get rid of them, obviously, because you're going to throw them away. They're one-time use. You cannot reuse this on people because they can absorb bacteria, and we do not spread bacteria in cosmetology. That's not what we do. So after you empty these containers, you fill them with more disposable items. Sometimes I will give you items to refill, but for the most part, you refill on your own. And I would suggest a dollar store whenever you're going to purchase things to refill with. Okay. The other thing that you have here is your pump bottle. Okay, and your pump bottle, okay, make sure your name is on the bottom like so, not on the sticker. You can take the sticker off. And the pump bottle, I'm going to give you the liquid. Okay, so your either alcohol or acetone will go in here, okay? And then you just screw it on really good, and when you push this, you pump this down, and then it sucks up the liquid through the little tube here, and then the liquid comes up on this little lip here, the little divot. And then you soak in your cotton ball or your Q-tip or your 2x2 or whatnot, and then it absorbs the liquid, and then you apply it onto the actual nail. Okay, and you close it, and that's it. It does have a pretty decent seal, but it is liquid, so you always want to make sure to keep it upright in your kit. So for example, if this is my bag, right, I always want to make sure that in my bag I put it upright like so, okay, and then I put something next to it so it doesn't fall out. Or fall over like so, because so many times I've had students who don't pay attention to that part, and then it's sideways and all the liquid spills out, or sometimes it's even upside down. It's liquid, guys. It's gonna come out, okay? It's not like an amazingly wonderfully built container, although it's a very good container. It's liquid, it will spill out, and it finds its way. And if it's polish remover or acetone, it ruins all of your stuff in your kit. So I always also do put this in a little Ziploc bag just for extra protection. Okay, so that you will definitely be using a lot during this school year. All right, so this next one here is your brush kit. Okay, so your brush kit is going to contain 20 pieces. Okay, it's got a little flat for protection here. And each little brush comes inside of a little baggie. You can throw these away. Try to keep up with these, but I promise you won't, because eventually these all get thrown away. But to protect the bristle of your brush, you want to just put it back like so. They're not meant necessarily for like a permanent fixture on your brush, okay? They're just for packaging purposes so they don't get bent and messed up. But as much as you can, try to keep it. If at one point it does come off, no worries. That's what this is for, to protect your brush. Do notice that at the end, it doesn't reach the end. So maybe put these wooden pieces over here so that way it doesn't ruin your brush. Okay, so these are all the nail art brushes. You will be using all of these in class, and your daughters as well. Okay, I would definitely wrap a particular kind of sticker or write my name on a little piece of paper and then wrap the sticker, a tape around the paper, so that way I know that that is my tool. Okay, remember, everybody in class, all grade levels, have this kit. So if you leave it lying around, how do we know it's your kit? Like, she put her name on the plastic, right? But if I find this and then your name's not on the brushes, how do I know it's yours? Okay, so whatever you need to do to mark yours to make sure you know it's yours, please do so. Okay. All right, the next thing that we have here is this little bundle. So I'm going to open this bundle up. And she did a really good job. She labeled everything and then repackaged everything. So that was awesome. Okay, so we're going to open this up and then I'm going to share with you what all you have in this little bundle. Okay, we've got some nail glue. I believe it's 4. I thought it was 5, but I could be wrong. Okay, so you have 4 nail glues. Okay, so these you will be using in class. You very quickly will have to replace these. When we open them, for the most part, they dry out. And once they dry out, then they're not good. There's a way where you hot glue gun a penny or a coin at the bottom so they will stand upright and so it doesn't fall. So that's the same with this here, and we'll go over the details more in class when we use these, but these are not meant to last a long time. Plus they dry out a lot, and sometimes they come already dry. Like I can squish this, and so I can feel that it's still a good glue, but typically when you can't squeeze it, then that means it's hardened inside. So these you definitely will have to buy more and replace these glues. Okay. All right, then you have your nail brush. Okay, with your nail brush, you have definitely, when we do acrylics, when we do manicuring, this is stiff bristle. Make sure your name is on the little brush. Okay, that's your manicure brush. You have, let's see, your brush is here. You have a nail wheel. This wheel, I'm going to give you more of these nail wheels. Don't take it out of this particular item. Don't take it out of the packaging, because with this particular one, the nail tips are pretty fragile. Okay, so when you bend the nail tip, it could break off. So try to keep this one in the actual bag until it is time for us to use it. And I will be giving you more of these throughout the year as we do projects, but the first one, it comes in your kit. All right, these art pins here. Oh, sorry, the opening is down here. And in case you're wondering, yes, I will be packing her kit nicely for her. So I'm like destroying her stuff here, but these here are needle pens. It's literally a needle at the very tip, so you have to be careful with it. Okay, you, like a pencil, you push it and the needle comes out. Don't put your finger on it to push the needle back. Don't. And then just very carefully, you want to push this down and push the pencil against a surface, a safe surface, and then it'll go inside. If not, if you push it against your finger, you will poke yourself and you will bleed. It is a needle. Okay, so on all of these, go ahead and push and make sure that you push that needle inside of the pen. These are for very, very detailed designs. Okay, so just FYI. So those are those items. You have nail striping tape. With your nail striping tape, you have different ones. They're stapled together. You can keep the little packages together, but you do have white. You have black, which almost sometimes kind of looks blue. You have silver and you have gold. Okay, so these are the 4 striping tapes. I have so many more of these that I'm going to be letting you use in class according to the project we're working on. But these are yours to work with, and these are just the basic colors. Okay, so you do have that for your nail art. We won't use that every day or every time. You will be using those certain times and days of the lessons. All right, so the next thing that we have, this is a cuticle pusher. It is a scraper. So here's your cuticle pusher and a scraper. Okay, so it has this little plastic piece on the top to protect the little point. You always want to try to keep that. It is a C-curve pinching tool. Okay, so here when we're doing acrylics, you open this up and you pinch so that way you have a nice clean edge on your nail tips. Okay, and this is stainless steel. Okay, so this particular tool here, it does really good as far as being utilized for different lessons. Okay, not just one in particular. So it's a 3-in-1 cuticle pusher, scraper, and curve tool. Okay, so that's one of your tools. Another one of your tool that we have here is a double-sided curette. It's a nail cleaner. So this is mainly used when we're doing pedicuring. It's got a little curette and a bigger one. It's like a little cup, and so you go in at the edges and under the nail, so you're going to pull any debris or gunk out of the nail, the side wall with this. Okay, so it's got two. Okay, again, it's stainless steel. Brushes. I don't know. Sometimes I love saving them in the containers, and sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends. I definitely don't save them in the bags, but the container sometimes makes me feel fancy, so I keep it in the container. But you don't have to keep it in this. It's just packaging, so you can take it out. So this is your flat sable brush. Okay, and again, it comes with the tip. Typically, you'll not necessarily keep up with that, but you can to protect your brush tip. So this is the flat sable brush. Okay, so when we do acrylics, you have a flat brush to work with when we're doing our art. Okay. And then I'll save this for her, but you don't have to save it. And then the next thing that you have, this is your dip ombre. Okay, because it's ombre. It's a dip powder brush. So when working with dip powder, at one point you're going to need a brush to brush all the powder, excess powder off. That's what this brush is for, and we only use it for dip powder. We don't use it. This is not a makeup brush. We don't use this for anything else other than dip powder. Period. That's it. That's it. Dip powder. Again, with all of these things, especially in your tools, I do have an engraver that you guys can engrave your initials on the metal stuff. But do write your name, and wrap a sticker around or washi tape around, and go over it with regular tape, because washi tape comes off fairly easily. And then make sure you label. Make sure the stickers are all the same on all of your tools, so that way when we look at it, and if it's a red sticker, we know that that is yours. Okay. Now this one here is going to be your French manicure brush. Okay, so when we're doing the French tip application or nail art design, that's what this is for, because it's curved. It is only used for French tip application. Do not use it for anything else other than French tip application. Okay. All right, the other three brushes that you have in here, this is a oh, I left the little, see this little casing in here. Let's see here. This is the number 4. This has a gel grip. It's got a clear handle. Okay. This is a Kolinsky brush. Okay. This is the number 4. This is for when we do acrylics. Okay. And again, it has a little brush tip here. You're welcome to try to keep up with if possible. That's one kind of brush. This is the Ultra. Okay. This is, I think, the number 8. It's a huge brush. It's for 1 bead applications. So that's that. Okay. Some of these are the little straw things. You can replace with actual straws. Okay. And then this is the large. Okay. I think this is like a number 6, possibly maybe a 5. Okay. It's a smaller brush. This is for when we do acrylics. So these brushes here for acrylics, this one's for dip powder, and this one's for French application. Okay. Only use these brushes for those services. Do not use these for anything else. Okay. And then just throw these away. And then in here, you also have your blade. These are your replacement blades for whenever on your tip cutter. And I don't see it here, but maybe it'll come up in a little bit, unless if it's back ordered. But your tip cutter, this is the replacement blade for it. So just hold on to these. You won't replace this year. Maybe in the future you'll have these, but at least you'll have them so you can replace all of that. Okay. All right. The other thing that you have are these little nail sticks. Okay, these are, we used to have well, actually I think we did this year, but it's a little stand, and then the stand has the holes, and you place these in the holes, and this actually is a nail tip right here, and then it's a little nail stick, and you put your design here. So we do use these. It's just really big. Okay, you can shape it. It's plastic, so it's hard to shape, but there are, I believe, 32 of them in here. Okay, so that's what this is. I will be giving you a lot of nail tips, but just do know that that is definitely something that you'll be using. This, sometimes students like to keep it in the bag, but you don't have to. So this one in here, this particular one has 40 of it's a nail stick. Okay, So it has 40 of these. It's a nail stick with a nail tip. The nail tip is a little bit smaller and a little bit easier because it's thinner plastic, a little bit easier to shape. So it's a big old screw, and it has a little piece where you turn it and tighten it, and then you're able to do, like if you've seen in nail salons, you can spiral like so, right, for your display. But we use this for different, I don't like that that noise, I apologize. We use these for different nail designs. Okay, so this is for a project, and then you put this on your table at salon day whenever you're showing people that you can do these designs, and they can pick one from here. Okay, so this you can leave in your little bag if you choose. If not, if you don't like these kinds of bags, then you can just use a Ziploc bag to replace this bag. Okay. All right. The next thing that we have is let me open this up here. Is it going up or down? Oh, okay. All right, so this is our form. These are the most cheaper kind of forms that we have. It is a huge roll, so you have plenty to practice with, but it is the double thick, which they're not really that thick, but they are the double thick nail form. Okay, so you do have a whole roll of that. I do have different kinds of nail forms that I will be exposing you to, so that way you know what all is out there in the industry. So do be aware that you do have those options of using other kinds of nail forms and different lengths and different shapes and things of the sort. Okay, so in here, very well packaged in big old bubble wrap. Okay, you do have 3 of your damping dishes. If your damping dishes are broken, you've got to let me know. But here are your damping dishes, and you have 3. One is typically for acetone or alcohol. One is for rubbing alcohol. Okay. One is for your powder, and the other is for your monomer. When we do acrylics or when we're doing nail art, things of the sort, we can put different things in here. Okay. You do have a 7-piece travel set. So this one here, you have a pump bottle, a spray, just a regular bottle, 2 small jars, and 2 small little containers. I will be giving you product, and you'll be putting it in here, so that way you can practice these things at home. And for salon day, for particular services or whatnot, I'll be filling these up for you. So make sure you put your name on each individual one. Plus, when you get to state board, you definitely be using those your senior year. The other container that you have in here is this one here. So this is a little container, which I love. This way. Nope, it's this way. My apologies. Okay. All right, so this little container has small jars. So as I give you nail art, decals, gems, stickers, which I will be giving you a lot of when you're working on projects, you can put them in here. They're little stackable jars, and you just open the little jar like so, and you can stack them up and put your items in here. Now, at one point, I'll be taking you to a field trip where we're going to be going to a nail art supply or a nail supply store. And if you buy stuff, you can fill up your stuff in here. If you rather not carry your gems in here, you can transfer these gems to these pots here. Totally up to you. But this definitely double secure, because the items here, if this pops open, that's kind of it, right? It spills out. But these, you twist them, they're in the container and they can't move around much, and then you double secure by closing the lid. Okay, so make sure you put your name, mark them somehow, it's yours. The next thing that you have is a 6-piece manicure kit, and this particular one, you're gonna have to be kind of, creative as to how you put your name on this. But you do have just your basic nail tools. Okay, so these here, your pusher, your little cuticle scissors that have a little bit of a curve. You have your metal file that we more than anything use it as a spatula, especially when we're doing 3D gel and 4D gel work and designs. You have your tweezers here. They're pretty decent. They're not that wonderful for eyebrows, so just use these just for nails. Last year you got your one for facials and aesthetics, so don't mix the two. Nail stuff is nail stuff, okay? Face stuff is face stuff, because some of the stuff used on feet, You don't want to be using it, although you clean and sanitize and disinfect and all that good stuff. You don't want to be using this on. All right, so then you have your cuticle nippers, okay, and which we don't use in school, but I do show you how to use those just so you're aware that that is a tool we have in the industry. And then you have your clipper. The clipper is a small one, so it is for the hands. The bigger ones we don't have in this kit, but those are for toes. So this does get dirty, so if you don't like or want to keep it in this pouch, totally fine, but you do make sure to keep your tools somewhere safe, okay? All right, so that's that. The other thing we have is our soak off clips. You don't have to leave it in this box. A lot of people don't, and I won't take them out, but you put cotton ball and you clip them on the finger and they help soak off your gel or your polish, okay? Typically we just use it for gel, okay? So that's what these are for. Okay? We won't be using these until gel, and that's typically just more for client use. All right, so here's the nail slicer. This is what I was looking for earlier. Okay, so that goes with these replacement blades. So this tip slicer here, okay, so it does have a guard, a little casing, okay. So this here, it's a clipping catcher. So this one here, when you apply it to the tip, when you're putting the client's finger in here and you cut the nail tip, it catches it, so it doesn't like go hit somebody in the face or anything like that, okay. So that's what this is for. If you don't love this, you can take it off, okay. I'll need to tighten it just a little bit, but when you clip this here, it's going to be cutting. I need to tighten this knob here. There we go. There we go. See? Much better. So if you feel like, okay, something didn't sound right, just tighten the knob right here and it'll tighten the blades together and tighten this piece here. When you're going to use the replacement blade to replace these blades here, you undo this, pull it off carefully, and replace and tighten your knob. Okay, so that is to cut the nail tips. We will be using this, okay, so just have it readily available. But these blades, again, like I said, you won't be using them until this one dulls, which is probably not until next year. I mean, it really takes a lot of clipping to dull that blade. All right, so this is your gel brush set. Let me go ahead and I'm not going to take it out of her container because it's going to take me a minute. But, okay, so on this one, let me read it. You have a number 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 size brush. Okay, the small one is a 2, the big one is a 10, and it's got a little clear acrylic rester that you can rest the brush on top of. The pink ones are only for gel application. Not for acrylic, not for, oh, miss, I forgot my brush. Can I use? No. Okay, these are for gel only. Only use them for gel. That's like the hardest thing for me to get students to understand. The reason being is you don't want to mix your products that are already on your bristles, okay, with different products, or else it doesn't work very well. So please make sure use that for that only. All right, so nail tips. You do have 250 white half-well curved nail tips that do come from the size, I believe this is 0 is the biggest, and then we have the size, I think either 10 or 11, how many ever are in here. All right, you can put your little nail glue in here. I would highly recommend put a rubber band around this, because once this sticker comes off, this very easily opens, and I cannot tell you how many times we've had a piñata incident where a student drops this and nail tips go everywhere, and there we are trying to pick them up. Okay, so wrap a rubber band around this, and so that way it helps secure your nail tips. Okay, so you have the white nail tips, okay, and then you also have the clear nail tips. Same thing, half well curved, 10 different tip sizes. Okay, again, it's very flimsy. It's not meant to secure very well, so make sure you put a rubber band around here so you have the clear and you have the white. Now, I do have tons of different shapes and sizes and half well, full well, no well, all that nail tips that I will be giving to you, but these are just your set. Okay, and the other thing that we have in here, let me open this up, is going to be our display. So we have a lot of projects that we do. Okay, so this is the little container that I was telling you that went with our nail. Well, here are the replacement. These are our nail sticks. Okay, you have a second bag. This one does have 32 in it as well. And these little nail tips, they're going to go, let me open this up so I can show you. They're going to go here. Okay, and so then you have your display. So when we do different designs, we either, it depends on what nail tip we're using. If we're using the white or the clear or different stiletto or something, we'll glue them, hot glue, or we'll sticky tack them on these sticks. Okay, we'll break this tip off and have a stick. We'll use Q-tips. We'll use a little round coffee stirrers, a little, wooden sticks. We'll put them in here, and then we'll glue the nail tip on the wooden piece or whatnot. But this is what this display is for. And when we do designs, you have your display and you put your nail designs on the display, and that's how we do our competitions and displays for our nails and such. So that's what this is for. Okay, you don't have to put your name on every single one of these. That's kind of silly, but do put your name on this piece here. Okay, so that is what that is for. Okay, and then the last thing that came in the kit that's packaged is this. It's a drawing board. So it's a plastic, and I'll take it out of so you can kind of see here. It's a plastic. We do a lot of the art on here, okay, and so it's nice, and it's not too thick, not too thin, but it's really good as a mat. Okay, so we do this for nail art. It helps a lot when we're doing it, doing different designs. The only other thing that comes in your kit that I kind of put to the side earlier is a hair weft. So I'll pull this over here to the side. All right, so there's a hair weft. Okay, it's a piece of mannequin skin that has hair that has been inserted into the skin. And then we do different things with this particular piece because we don't have 45 minutes in class. We don't have time to do a whole mannequin. So we just do a section of hair just so you learn how to use the tool or learn how to do the technique or the braid or whatnot. But we don't use the actual whole full mannequin head. Okay. All right, so that is that. This you do want to keep in your bag just simply because you don't want hair to get all over the place and things of the sort. So just do keep it in your little baggie. If you don't like these bags, you can transfer any or all of these bags over to a Ziploc bag. Okay, now there are a few items that are still on back order. Okay, your brushes, you're welcome to put your brushes in here. Okay, you can do 2 brushes in one, so these contain all of your brushes and all of your tools. Last year there was a little container box that came in your kit. I need to check to see if it's back ordered or that was just something that was discontinued. We'll see about all of that. If it's discontinued, we'll see about ordering you guys some. But there was a little container where you were able to put a lot of these things in that box. So like the things that would go, and I'm going to take this out of the bag, the box container for her, but these brushes, these items, the replacements, this and these were in that little container. So it kind of was like this per se. So if that is something that comes in, and then you can take these out of here as well. If that is something that comes in, then obviously you can put it in the container, or you can just buy get a little Ziploc bag, which I'm going to give you in the classroom. But you can buy a little container for these items should you choose as well. Okay. All right, so that is what I have for you as far as what has come in this kit. Again, remember there's a couple of things that are back ordered. I will give those to you as they come in, and then you can always add to this kit. So this is the bag that you'll be bringing your supplies in. Okay, I will let you know what you need to bring when. All of the items are not going to fit in here. Okay, so like this container, I'll tell you maybe to leave it at home until it's time for us to use it. Okay, so I'll say, okay, y'all bring your stand, and then we're gonna bring our stand into the classroom. So this is not something that needs to be in that pack. Okay. All right, so that is what I have for you, and let me just go ahead and show you these things kind of packaged in your bag. Alright guys, so I want to go over with you, this is kind of everything that was in your kit. All this should be in the kit here. Let me tell you the things that should not be in the kit, or you shouldn't bring until I ask you to. So keep this at home until I ask you to. Make sure to put your name on it. This stays home. Take your roll of forms home till I ask you to bring them. We're not going to use these till the second semester, so till later, so keep them at home. These are the replacements, so you already have a bag in your kit, so take these home. When you run out of those, then put more of these in there, so take that home. You're going to take your display home until I ask you to bring it, okay? When we do projects, and you're going to display them, and I say, okay, your projects are due on Friday to display, then you're going to put them on here. Keep this home until it's time to bring that, okay? Your weft, your hair weft, take that home until I ask you to bring that. Okay. Your soak-off clips, keep those home till I ask you to bring these. And your drawing board, you can put this in your binder. So put the drawing board in your binder. Since it's like a sheet of paper, it works best in your binder, okay? That goes in the binder. These here I will have and I will give you until we run out, and then I'm going to ask you to bring your container, okay? Salon days and such, you're going to bring your container to use to put on your table setup. But this, keep at home. Once I run out of my stuff at home at school, then I'm going to ask you to bring these. And then when you're practicing at home, pull this out to use these, okay? Always restock and refill as you go along. These, when we do manicuring and pedicuring, I'm going to be giving you product, but keep this at home until we are ready to fill our container. So keep those at home. And then your nail tips, okay? I will be giving you nail tips. At one point, I'll be telling you, okay guys, bring your nail tips with you, and then you're going to bring the box with you. But other than that, for the start, I will be giving you the nail tips because we have different shapes and things of the sort that we'll be working with. So again, oh, and the replacement blades. Keep these at home because we won't be using those. So these items stay home until I ask you to bring them. Okay, keep these items home until I ask you to bring them. These don't need to be in school right now. And then again, your can be put in your binder because it doesn't fit in your bag. And then everything else that either you saw me in this little previous piece put in here, everything else goes in the bag, okay? Or anything that you saw that was not in, that didn't specifically say take it home, then it goes in your bag. This will fit on our cabinet, on our shelf, okay? The other items will not. I will ask for them as they come, as it comes time to bring them, okay? All right, so that's it for you. And again, the other brush, you can put it in this. I'll save it for her, but you don't need to keep this if you don't want, okay? If you have any questions, let me know. But other than that, that is how you prep your kit for class. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys later. Bye. Okay, and I just wanted to share with you, I put all of the remaining supplies, they all fit in a big jumbo size Ziploc bag. So I will be giving you one of these in class, okay? So that you, I did put the, because I'm going to give it back to Lily Beth, but I did put that black mat in here. That black mat goes in your binder. But everything else can be put, oh sorry about that. Everything else can be put in a Ziploc bag so that way it stays safe at home and it's all in one location. So you have a big Ziploc bag with the stuff that needs to stay home, and then you have your kit with everything that needs to come to school. Okay, so just want to share that extra piece with you, and don't worry, I will give you the jumbo size Ziploc bag at school. All right, thank you.